We're here.
Please let us know immediately if you cannot hear us.
Yeah.
There's various funky things going on, and I have no way of knowing.
He's using, his new computer, and things look different in some of the uh, things he's working with. So it's going to take us a while till we get everything
So Violet says
normalized.
the volume's too loud. Okay, thank you, Violet.
Oh,
I can adjust that.
it could just be me. I talk
Oh,
loud.
wait, you said low? Oh, the intro volume blasted. I see.
Oh.
Okay, do you think it's a little too low?
No, she's now saying the mic volume is too loud. Okay.
Okay, I can adjust this. Give me a moment. Go away and patter.
Well, now she's saying mic too low. Intro too loud, mic too low.
I got it. That's not a problem.
Violet, we're confused enough here. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. So a lot of you don't know, but Mr. O lost his computer on Friday. I mean, it went through a whole accident, and he lost all of his data. So we're recreating a lot of stuff. We do have him on a new, spanking new machine, but it's going to take some getting used to and getting things up to snuff. But I'll tell you what, Mr. O deserves a huge round of applause for what he's been able to do so far, and in very little time. So you know how hard it is to set up a new computer, get all your stuff on there. Of course, if you backed up like you should have, and we should have, you wouldn't have. You could just load it on there. But in this case, we couldn't do that.
It's not clear if I can or not. I'm going to try though.
The data may be lost forever, but we're going to try a couple other sources to see if they can extract it for us. But it might be that the hard drive got damaged in the accident. So we thought it was just the monitor. All right.
Let me know if anything changes.
Well, I like this background and what you've done so far, Mr. Oh, it looks nice.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Thank you.
Just mixing these up. Okay, we're going to get started because we do have a birthday reading today. But we're going to do the card from the collective first, which is going to be from the Wing, Hoof, and Paw, Wing, Hoof, and Paw, an Animal Companion Oracle. And it's very whimsical. It's like about the types of animals you might have had relationships with as a child, or that you thought were cute and cuddly. Maybe you had a stuffed animal. I'm sort of getting that feel from it anyway. It's a nice little deck, so we're going to give it a shot. I like the purple, the very, very purple border here, shiny. Well,
I'm sorry.
it's dolphin, pleasure. Number 44, double four, which also goes down to 8, which is a fortuitous number. Okay. Well, dolphin, I just wanted to see some here. The pages are really thick. Okay. Dolphin is the perfect advocate for the directive Joseph Campbell gave us when he said, "Follow your bliss. You deserve pleasure. You don't have to earn it, it's a birthright." Whether lighthearted and playful or deep and powerful, bliss is for you. It does not matter the form, all pleasures are yours by right. Dolphin are one of the few species that prioritize play. When you experience pleasure, the kind that opens you up to radiance, You are moving towards your highest self. Whether it's making art, relaxing in nature, picking out a new pair of shoes, or treating yourself to a cookie. Pleasure expands your well-being, health and mentality, and health and mental clarity. Dolphin says when we've spent too much time of our lives learning from pain, what if pleasure became our next teacher? Dolphin dares you to put pleasure on the priority calendar, devoting a portion of your day, week to it to discover what it can teach you. You know, there's pleasure in life, there's pain in life. What would you choose? I think we want pleasure. You know, the pain we could do without. Pain has its lessons for us, absolutely. But we need to make time for pleasure in our lives. Lighten up a little bit. Do things that bring you joy. Do things for the fun of it instead of, you know, the I have to be the best in the world at this. Do something for the fun of it.
Indeed.
That's it. All right. So we have for the collective.
In other words, not necessarily doing it on purpose.
Very funny, very punny, Mr. O. Very punny indeed.
All right, so we have a birthday reading today.
Yes, we do.
For our
Hi,
friend
Aries.
Zen.
All right.
Hi, Aries, the Aries.
Yeah, you'll be able to get added. Violet might have stepped away, so she'll get you on when she gets back.
BRB.
I've got you on my list anyways, no worries. I am the backup. Okay. Birthday reading for V. Happy birthday to you, V. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Hope you have lots of fun and pleasure. All right, which is
It's for Zen.
Pardon me?
It's for Zen.
Oh, did I say V?
I think you did.
Dang it. And that's your fault.
Because
you keep saying you confuse Zen and V.
No, I didn't.
Okay. You
Show
didn't
me
want
a
to admit
picture.
to that. Okay. I'm sorry. I got to start over. Well,
She said she'd be right back. BRB.
Happy birthday, Zen.
Zen.
Hope you have a happy one. Hope you have lots of fun. Hope you have lots of joy. Enjoy your day. All right. God, I'm crazy. Now, I hope that doesn't turn... I hope... Is Zen even here? Zen may not be here.
Zen's not on the list, so I'm not sure that she's here.
Yeah.
We'll have to remind her when we see her.
So I'm really hoping that she bypasses what I said there about V and realizes it's her birthday reading.
Yes.
We will let her know anyway on the next show, if not, before. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use my deck, the Barbieri Tarot.
Oh, you're using a deck. Okay. All right. Notice I got new batteries in my light here. It's really hopping today and bright. I think I'm going to put it on fade. It's a little better.
Right.
A little softer. Slippery little buggers. Okay.
All right, card one is for Zen.
The gift you received last year that you can use to make the most out of next year.
And it's the upright Seven of Cups.
Oh,
How cool.
wow. So the gift, okay, last year, Zen, you may have had a lot of, thoughts about what you wanted to do next, where you wanted to, what you wanted to pursue, what goals, dreams, maybe vacations you wanted to take, what adventures you wanted to have. You know, all these options, all these ideas, you know, just thinking about them. But now might be the time this year you're carrying that into this year. So I'm suspecting that maybe some of the other reversal of the card is at play here, and that this year it might be time to start making your choices and do something on that bucket list of yours.
Well, that could be true, but from my point of view, I'm sort of seeing that the gift of last year was of you realizing the many possibilities and options you have. Not saying that at that time you felt you had to decide one or any other, but the idea that last year's gift kind of gave you a sense of how limitless things are in terms of what your ambitions or choices might be. All right, card two.
Card two, the gift of the present moment.
And it's the upright five of cups.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
So there is a sense maybe that the gift of the present moment has slightly intrigued you with the idea that maybe not all these things are possible and that maybe some things may be neglected or that you may be forced to make certain choices that may negate other choices. So there's a sense of you maybe feeling like you must choose wisely, or why can't I choose them all?
I'm not going to tie it necessarily into
the
the
first
previous card because, you know, that previous card is the gift that you're carrying into this year, but is it something you have to deal with right now? Maybe not necessarily. I think the gift of the present moment is learning, I think in a way, learning how to deal with loss. Learning how to deal with something or things that may have slipped through your fingers and you're disappointed. You feel like some cups have spilled. You feel like maybe you missed an opportunity for something. And so you're disappointed. But, you know, this is the time to use that energy not to dwell on your disappointments, but to really process it so you can move forward with what you have remaining. All is usually not lost in a situation like this, Zen. We have something to fall back on. We have something to move forward with. So you just have to pick yourself up and move forward now.
All right. I'm not so sure about some things. Remember I mentioned, Violet, that there was something wonky? I have a theory about what's going on with the mic, and I'm not sure that I can correct it right now just because of the show being on. So we may just have to struggle through it. It's unusual for you to not be heard, but Violet says your voice isn't as loud as mine.
Huh, that is interesting. Well, we might have moved a button on the mic too. We should check that because you know have those different settings.
I have it turned all the way up to the top.
No, not the volume. The omni, the blah, the by.
Okay, since I have to spit it out, my theory suggests that it's not that microphone that's working. It's really the one from the computer itself that I haven't coordinated or aligned it, and I'm not sure I can do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, card 3 is the Fool, and that was what? The gift from your connections with others in the next year?
And the light's on for that mic too, isn't it? Okay.
I thought I explained it.
And it is the Fool upright, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got all upright cards this time. So the gift of the Fool, or the gift of your connections with others is that, hey, maybe some of those things on your bucket list, now I might tie that one into this card a little bit. Maybe those things you've got on your bucket list, Zen, could involve others, gathering with others, getting together with friends more, maybe taking a vacation with friends or family, maybe going to visit family. I feel here that, you know, the Fool is about adventure, yes, but it's in with your connections with others. So I think others may play a role in what your next goal or thing is you want to pursue.
The gift from your connections with others just could be that they bring unexpected opportunities or adventures to you, that maybe they bring a little bit of fun or humor to your life, or chance or dare. And so maybe to some degree, they're kind of like collaborators, but they're also agent provocateurs on some other level. It's all good.
You know, the other thing I was thinking here is this might mean something else, Zen. Maybe by taking a risk or a gamble on someone you meet, perhaps in a romantic sense, because sometimes the Fool has an aura of a little bit of romance around them, a new beginning of a romance. So maybe you take a chance on someone and, it proves to be, somebody very interesting to pursue. I'm not going to rule that out. Okay.
Did any of that just make a sudden pop for you, Violet? Just wondering, like maybe I suddenly turned on the mic?
Huh.
It's a process.
It's louder, she says.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Card 4.
Card 4, the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams or goals.
Kill them all. It's the 3 of Swords.
The 3 of Swords?
Upright.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Ooh, I like that.
So, I can't help but wonder if that 3 of Swords isn't tied into card 2 in some way. In that, isn't that the 5 of
yes.
Cups?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering here if some disappointment and loss you had experienced, in the present moment, which you might still be carrying some of that with you. And this is an energy throughout the year, so it could be tied into that time. That whatever happens there is going to be pretty much a shock to your system. And you really have to overcome this grief in order. So that is the challenge of working on your dreams and goals. I know it's the gift, but sometimes gifts come as challenges. Overcoming your grief and overcoming setbacks to something you may have lost is what could inspire you to work harder.
Yeah, I could probably only say this in another way. I feel strongly you really hit it pretty well.
Thank you.
That the gift of connection of others is realizing that sometimes you do have to go it alone, that maybe you have to, burn a few bridges now and then. It's not to say that it's forever, but it may be saying that sometimes you really are the kind of person that has to go it alone. And maybe it is borne out by card 2, the present moment this is all circumstance about right now in terms of what, may be ultimately behind this reading.
Okay, so card 5, the gift from your spirit guides or ancestors, and what do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year? Here comes Sunny.
The King of Cups upright. I like it.
That must mean Kara must be nearby.
Kara. So that gift, you said that was the ancestors, right?
Yeah, is that the King of Cups?
Yeah.
Well, there might be a specific ancestor who's trying to reach out to you or has your back, Zen. Somebody very caring, somebody who could have worked in the caring professions of some sort. Somebody who was maybe that you had a lot of love for. Maybe this is a recent ancestor that has passed you by. It doesn't have to be a man or a male. It just has to reflect the energies of that card. And I feel here the message from the ancestors or this ancestor might be that they are there to help you through this depressing time for you. So you should call on your ancestors, or one in particular, if you experience the disappointment that we've been speaking about here. They may be able to help you overcome your sorrows or your grief on this.
It could very well be that it's just one specific ancestor or maybe a couple out of many. But it could also be that this is a gestalt of the ancestors or spirit guides saying what they have is a supreme amount of tenderness for you, amount of benevolence that they wish to always be able to counsel you or to comfort you in certain ways, and that maybe that gift gives some of those qualities to you as well, so that you can also give them to your descendants or to people who need to have them. All right. So finally,
the last card is the gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons have you learned? What progress or growth have you achieved by year's end.
And it's our only reversed card. It's the so it's like, oh, that's crummy, because it's the reversed Eight of Pentacles.
No, it actually kind of fits in.
Okay.
Remember how at least with what I said, remember how I said with the Three of Swords that your sorrow and your grief will make you work harder? I think that that's the lesson you've learned from this year, is that slacking off or allowing your emotions to overwhelm you to the point that you aren't working on what's most important to you was a lesson you've learned. You came through it. I really think this is just a summation that, you had to learn a hard lesson here. That, taking your eye off the prize because you were dwelling on disappointments instead of moving, letting them go and moving forward, and struggling with that, you learned throughout the year and processing your grief, maybe with a little support from your ancestors as well, that you had to do better. You had to work harder.
Well, to me, the ultimate gift, I guess, is realizing that because of some things, you may have to go it alone. You may have to realize that the knowledge or support you got from others who maybe you consider friends or associates wasn't as helpful or was even deleterious. And I almost wonder if these two cards, in that sense, flow from the one about your connections to others, and maybe suggesting that there's a possibility that they could lead you astray in the sense of foolishness, that they would influence you to do something that ends up being foolish. Although this is the Fool in a more beneficial sign, that quality can still remain there. At any rate, I mostly agree with Banshee, and I feel that this is saying what you ultimately learn is that you really do have to stick with the hard work, that there are no shortcuts necessarily, and that maybe sometimes you have to really figure it out for yourself and not necessarily rely on other people.
I kind of did sum it up, but a couple of additional thoughts I had that I'll just add quickly, Zen, is when I see that Three of Swords, it could be tied into the Five of Cups for sure, but that's the gift of the present moment. But whatever's happening with your connections this year, if, for example, you meet somebody that's really fascinating, interesting, start a new relationship, it's possible it could end this year and cause you that sorrow too, that you will have to work through. So it could be a distracting factor again towards you working on and achieving those goals of yours. So, there's going to be a little bit of ups and downs for you in this year ahead. There'll be some challenges, there'll be some high points. So best I can tell you, and good luck with that, and have as great a year as you can have ahead. Good luck with that.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
We didn't seem to have anything on our end, so that was probably you. Hopefully it won't occur a whole lot. All right, so it's V who is coming towards them for love this week.
Okay, now we've got V.
And it's your question or your deck.
Yes, my deck. And you know what? We got to get the Lenormand over to you. Here you go.
Why, thank you.
I guess I'm just going to...
So in all the cobbling together of things, I did manage to give Banshee a little bit of a promo here. Do you see it?
Oh, now I do. Oh my gosh.
As well as myself. Mine's a little bit nicer.
Well, thank you. Had a great show this morning. Look at you. Oh, yours looks so fancy.
I'm worth it.
Maybe you could put some dollar signs on mine or something. I know it'll come. I know it'll come.
I made that in the last 3 minutes before I sent the signal.
Because you had spent all that time on yours.
Kind of, sort of.
That's all right. Mr. O's going to keep working at it.
Thank you, Violet.
He's doing great. He really is. It's very challenging. All right. I mean, for a while there, we were really thinking we might have to take a hiatus for a while till we got everything where we wanted it to be. But he is doing amazingly well.
I think that's.
So, what was the question again?
Who's coming towards
Got
V for love this
For
week?
love this week. Well, I don't know. You got the Queen
Is
of
this your other reading or not?
No.
Okay,
No.
let's see what we got
You got
then.
the Queen of Pentacles upright. Ooh. We got the Two of Cups upright.
Oh, you must be sensing something, V.
We got the Four of Pentacles reversed.
Ah,
I don't, I might go through here and look for a possible person, but let's deal with what we have here right
and
now.
let's see what
wanna
I got
get
with
this message out.
Lenormand.
Yeah, what do you
All
got?
right. The Lily, which I will put right up there, and the Key.
Wow.
Evolution.
Something is evolving, coming
Yeah.
to fruition maybe this week, V. You must be sensing it, the Queen of Pentacles here. You must be looking and feeling your best right now. I don't often talk about this with the Queen of Pentacles, but, we always talk about the magnetic qualities of the Queen of Wands. But she's very attractive in her own way, too. She knows how to make herself look beautiful. She likes beautiful surroundings, beautiful things. So I think here you are really at your best physically and, maybe even on an emotional level for an encounter this week.
Right. This is like, and I sort of
almost
feel
got there.
like you've sort of sensed something yourself, maybe, and of course it's spring. And for some people, they celebrate May Day or Beltane, which is kind of like coupling time of year festivities.
And so that second card, go ahead. Do you want to do that?
Well,
I mean, hey.
in the context of how you asked for it, could it be saying love at first sight, like meeting somebody and there's such a strong connection that you immediately realize you harmonize with each other? It could be that kind of thing. And of course, you want to watch that because, some people want to be in love and then they may, not necessarily appreciate exactly the corner they've gotten themselves into. So some amount of understanding all of that is possibly there, but I see. Did you want to jump back in?
You can go ahead and finish.
I'm looking
you're
at
going to that last
No,
one?
I'm looking at the Lenormand saying there's an
let
evolution.
that go for now.
Okay,
Let it go.
fine then.
There's Two of Cups here, V. Clearly, it could be exactly as he said. A lot of times this could be like a spontaneous, a love at first sight, a real connection, or you just meet somebody or you have a date lined up and you realize what a immediate connection you have with one another. It's harmonious, it's happy, it just seems like there's a coupling happening here in whatever situation you're finding yourself. And we'll go to that third card now. Do you want me to go or do you want to
Go ahead if you want.
And that is again.
It's the Four of Pentacles
There it is.
reversed, and so
Okay.
you have to give a little.
Well, you definitely have to. Yeah. I don't know how I want to say this. You have to open up to this. You have to.
I like
open-
Violet's idea, though, that maybe it signifies somebody who's generous. But on the other hand, it's sort of like maybe saying it's somebody who equals you in a way because the Queen of Pentacles has a sense of generosity about them, too.
Well,
perhaps.
and it's also maybe you will have to give up some preconceived notions you had of who might be Mr. Ms. Right for you. You might have to do that. I think here that you might be. It might shift your values or your opinions about certain things, too. I'll leave it at that for now. I want to look at. Oh, but do you want anything to add, or do you?
No,
think
that's pretty much what I felt there too. That there's an idea, that maybe like Violet says, this could represent somebody who's generous, but it could also be saying too, what I said a moment ago about people who really want to be in love and maybe ignore some things about it. This could be saying, just as a cautionary that you don't throw yourself at somebody maybe just because there is that immediate connection. I mean, let things really, work out in a proper way.
That Lenormand.
That Lenormand.
That Lenormand, I mean, I know there's a couple different ways to look at this here with the key. The key could be that, you need to give this relationship time to grow into something, to evolve, to, like this,
So that supports those ideas.
First
in a way.
impressions always mean a lot, V. And you may feel an instant connection with this person, but remember how I said here, you may have to let go of some preconceived notions of what your expectations were or values are. Well, that could be with this card here. It could indicate that the key is allow this more time so you can really see what this person is made of. But the other aspect of this could be that this is indicating to me that this could be a long-term relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course,
it could
yeah.
grow and evolve over time. But what I want to do for you, since there's all this stuff and we didn't spend much time on who is coming towards you, I'm going to go and look in here for the first court card I received to get some more qualities about this person. So let's do that. And the only reason I'm doing this is because it's clear to me, hopefully something's happening. So V, you're going to have to let us know.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
We're right about that.
That's the court card.
It's the Queen of Cups reversed. So, okay.
Which is interesting because, of course, it could be like, the more male aspects in a way of a female character.
Right. This person is emotionally intense. At time, and as a matter of fact, that might be what takes you aback at first, when you meet them. And so they may have to work through some stuff. Maybe they are overcompensating because of some relationship that broke up. There could be a number or other things that are happening in their lives. So you might want to give them a little bit more time and space to see if they're right for you. There could be some emotional imbalances here. Hopefully you're not a rebound relationship for them. But taking away from some of the other qualities of this card, I want to give a little bit more about their personalities. Obviously, I think it could be a water sign. Definitely think so.
Violet says that too.
Yeah. And
I think there's a vulnerability here with that Queen reverse, that this represents somebody that maybe has been through an emotional, point. And so there may be some vulnerability there. This may be why things should move, not at a very quick pace. Yeah. It should not be a rebound for them, hopefully. Yeah. Or for you.
I think they probably will be comparable in age. There's not going to be a huge age difference between you. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
So,
all right.
I think that's the best we can tell you right now. You'll have to keep us posted, V.
And maybe the idea that they're a water sign too, as well as somebody who maybe is a little bit emotionally roughed up, needs some tender, loving care.
Well, right. Libra cusp, I don't know if you're here right now, but a blue jay, when I was doing my material matters this morning, I wasn't sure if it was a blue jay or another bird. I couldn't quite see all the coloration. But then it hopped down to my deck, and I was able to see a blue jay visited us this morning.
Alrighty, and Flo's here. Hi, Flo. Yeah, you can have a
Flo.
reading. We have a big list, but with your question, we will get to it. And if you don't stay for it, you can always navigate back to it later. We do try to do hopefully up to 20 readings in a 2-hour period, but it usually goes to overtime for us.
So what message did the blue jay have? That's your deck. Okay.
Yes, and I'm going to use my Olympus Tarot for that.
Right, I'm going to pop this one out for next time.
You're welcome, Flo.
For next time. And I'll take those Lenormand.
There they are.
Well, we got a slow start because we've had a slew of birthday readings lately. And so a reminder to everybody, when it is your birthday month, you might want to give us a heads up so we can schedule you in for a birthday reading, which we always do at the top of our show. So we do our card for the collective, and then we do a birthday reading.
All right, so the first card, and this is your special reading, what message did the blue jay that crossed my path have to say? And it's the Page of Cups. And I like the Page of Cups maybe for
Nice.
this question because I think it is saying that, maybe there is something fresh in terms of emotional connections that may be coming towards you, that maybe you will be getting admiration or pleasant conversation with somebody, or maybe interest from somebody.
Well, Blue Jays, I don't know the full symbology of a blue jay, but they have that blue color, and that blue color is very reminiscent of course, water signs, emotions, and that is the again. I'm sorry.
The Page of Cups.
Yes, because I was just thinking the Page of Cups. So to me, this is
Water.
the Blue Jay might be saying this is a time to stretch your imaginative wings and let them fly. Pay attention to your dreams right now, the Blue Jay is saying as well. And did that Blue Jay come to you in a dream that crossed your path? So, maybe pay attention to your dreams. Maybe something's going to cross your path there. I think that also your intuition at this time. Maybe Blue Jay is here to awaken that in you.
Yeah, Violet, I think that's interesting because probably at some point by 2:30 we may have realized that the amount of people we have left to do will take us a bit over 4. So we're going to kind of, play it by ear.
We'll
But
play it by ear. I still want to get more in if we can. Let's move along.
all right, so card 2 then is, why is this important? The idea that was expressed with the Page of Cups.
I don't agree, but we'll see what happens.
It'd be a shame if my computer broke again.
Just move.
Like that? I can dance and sing. Badly.
Oh my goodness.
Badly. Okay, so it's the reversed Ace of Pentacles. So it's important for maybe to understand that some things maybe look better in one regard than the other, that maybe some things are actually more achievable, and that maybe some things will need more work.
Those are the three. No,
It's the
it's
ace.
that darn 8 again.
Ace.
Oh, ace.
Ace. Oh, I'm sorry. I am wrong. You were right. It is the 3 of Pentacles reversed. So I have to change my intuition here and indicate that this is really important because you need to work with others or understand process. The 3 of Pentacles is a lot of time is about understanding how things work together, kind of like, a strategy or a protocol.
And that is reversed. So
It's
the 3 of
reversed.
Pentacles. Okay, so the Blue Jay is saying the 3 of Pentacles. So why is this important about your imagination and dreams and stuff? Well, I think that maybe you have to work harder on aligning all of this within you. Maybe this isn't so much about working with others, but maybe it's about working with the energies and the messages you're trying to receive from spirit, through these synchronicities like the Blue Jay and stuff like that. So maybe this is just a matter of trying to explore the messages more. And like I said, and also paying attention to your dreams. There may be a clue there. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Right, because it is about, your sense of understanding mystical things. So I agree. All right, so where will this ultimately lead? And it is the 9 of Pentacles upright. And yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. It looks like Hercules, perhaps. But
It's leading you to a better place.
yeah, it's leading you to a better place. It's maybe leading you to a place where maybe you have more control or command over what it is you want to have. So in other words, you can prune the tree for what you need from it, or you can let it go there. You can stay within the walls of your garden, or you can walk out of the walls into the street or neighborhood. It's sort of like just saying you have a sense of control about you. You know, you can decide what to do.
You know, this is an interesting, tougher read for me. And I might want to go back and revisit this. And here we have to move on, I said. But with the Page of Cups here, the Page of Cups can also be a bearer of good news, you know, of happy news, news that brings you joy. It could be the start of a relationship, even. You know, I'm thinking about all this watery element and that blue jay. So the blue jay is saying, watch for signs of, you know, something possibly developing for you, or if good news comes, you know, it's time to really capitalize on that, whatever it is. And why is that important? Because maybe, you know, right now things haven't been working out well for you. Maybe some of your relationships have been a little bit strained. Maybe just some of your dealings with others, just maybe you felt like you've been operating alone too much lately. And I think that may where things are headed is, you know, sometimes she's a solitary figure. I will say that she's depicted that way, but she's comfortable with that. So I think what this might be saying is that, you know, you're ready to stand tall, you know, whether somebody comes into your life or not. But I think whatever this good news is going to make you feel better about yourself and your own personal power right now. So I don't know. Maybe you will meet somebody, or, you know, you're involved with somebody right now who appreciates you for that empowered person you are. Well, with that being said,
Is that number one?
yeah.
The coffin. And the bear.
Man, I'm of two minds on this one too. I feel here with the bear, it could indicate to me that that you're empowered enough now to put an end to certain situations in your life that are not serving you, that maybe have been depleting your power. You know, I really feel that bear aligns quite nicely with that Nine of Pentacles card, because it's all about personal empowerment. It's about security and finances too, but I'm really not just picking up that here in this reading. I think it's more about your personal empowerment.
So if there's a dichotomy in your life, you know, like there's a choice that really will empower you, and then there's another choice that maybe has a different aspect, and maybe you realize that they're not even necessarily equal value, but it's saying really, I think you're going to be strong enough to end that question of what it is you should choose. That this is about maybe coming to terms with all that, which I think we expressed a little bit before, and really ending any thing that just sort of keeps you in place from moving ahead.
That's a good point. You know, that's stopping anything from capitalizing on this opportunity that might come your way that would make you very happy. See, the real tenor of this reading is so positive. I can't look at the bear and coffin badly. So I think I'm going to stick with that because it really does seem to resonate. I wish you luck with that.
All right, Libra.
Yeah, we are going a little slow today. Lena, you are up. Let's see what Lena had for us. Love reading, please. Do we see someone new entering life in the future? I don't know if that should be my reading, or we should let the cards fall and decide if there's somebody new coming. I think we should do that.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
It's your deck.
I know. I'm trying to get you the one around.
And, oh.
What's wrong?
I don't have a camera there. But I will in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
That's our schedule screen, so just showing you, oh my.
Uh-oh.
These things are always a little wonky. But we will be back on Thursday.
Look at Mr. O shuffling things around there.
You're
All
shuffling,
right.
not me.
Ha ha ha. Funny, Mr. Bo. Funny. All right.
Yeah, I forgot to add the camera. At least I have the microphone there. My goodness.
Well, you have the Seven of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Pentacles upright.
Those are cute. I like these.
And we have the Hierophant upright.
And they're colorful.
Wow, Lena.
Do you want the Lenormand?
Yeah, I do. I don't see a person, but we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll do the same thing for you. I see someone new entering your life. I see a new opportunity coming, definitely.
So the Lenormands are the Child and the Star.
You may not feel very, I don't want to say confident, or you might feel a little bit overwhelmed by a person that comes into your life here. I'm wondering about this a little bit. You got the Seven of Wands reversed, which kind of means like maybe you feel like you know, this person will be hard to hold on to because you're fearing there might be competition for this person out there. You're feeling some stress. You may feel like you're not measuring up, or they might be having particular standards and things that, you know, you feel challenged to meet. But I feel there's a new opportunity. I just want to go to that that ace. I feel with the Ace of Pentacles here, there could be some opportunity for a relationship to develop and grow.
Okay, that may be, but the first card distinctly, that Seven of Wands reverse, gives me the idea that maybe things maybe start out with a little bit of an adversarial kind of stance to them, that like maybe you're not exactly seeing eye to eye, and maybe there's even some tension or something there, but maybe like Banshee says, this still presents an opportunity, and maybe it's like you choose to begin a different kind of relationship that's more of a working relationship for whatever purpose.
Well, and you know, you got the Hierophant upright. And the Hierophant often indicates marriage. But I would think if you're meeting somebody new, it's a little bit too early to be talking marriage. But I think what this might say about the person that you're meeting is that they may be marriage minded. They may be very traditional in some way, whether it's religious traditions, family traditions, or, you know, such.
This also suggests that maybe they're older.
Yeah, it could be.
And that could be why there could be an emphasis on having the marriage, because they don't have as much time, or they just sort of appreciate being in married life. Maybe they have been married before. Maybe they're a widower or something else.
And with the Star and the child, it indicates to me that there's a destiny here. However, it may play out over time. So I don't know what that means, Lena. It means like maybe, you know, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean it takes time for this to develop into something that will, you know, lead to marriage. It could mean that maybe you won't start in a relationship right away. You'll just get to know this person, and that will develop more in time. Take it slow. Take it slow, because it seems like this is a very positive, optimistic sign, getting the Star here.
I'm going to go with that too. I think that's pretty good. This is really something that does have a sense of being productive going about it, but I think it needs to work its way in a natural way, not necessarily, you know, be pushing quickly towards it. All right.
Okay, we are on Lilith now.
Hi, Lilith.
I think we're finally getting our steam a little bit here.
Hopefully.
Well, Well, it's not 3 yet. It's almost.
I know.
Chill.
What can I
you
look
two.
forward to this week?
Huh? Oh.
I'm reading the question.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the Night Sun Tarot for this.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's look. Wow, this one didn't want to leave my hand. And interesting. Oh.
Should I do that as your 1, 2, 3 or just 3? What can I look forward to this week?
3.
Yeah, just 3. I think so too. So, the first card is the reversed Ace of Cups. So there's almost an ouch quality going on there. The second card is the upright Queen of Wands. And then the final card
Oh,
is
excuse me.
the reversed Two of Pentacles. And I'm almost wondering if this card says that there's somebody who has a maybe ambitious quality in their relationship to you, and that maybe they're going to be intense and sort of have a tiff with you of some
I
sort.
thought I'd give you these.
So the
because
dog,
they do tie in, but it's interesting.
the dog and the stars. I mean, I almost feel like, okay, somebody's going to have a spat. I don't think, it just doesn't feel like it's like, oh, I never want to see you again. But it sort of feels like something is sort of like eyes and hearts not understanding each other. And maybe I think the culprit is this sort of bitchy kind of person, the Queen of Wands.
Yeah, but she's upright, correct?
She's upright, but I still see the potential. Somebody that maybe is forceful, very competitive. So, somebody that feels like, they can push their way around. It's not necessarily a bad quality, but it might irritate you or cause, a little bit of friction of some sort. Did you want to jump in?
I think you could just go forward because I think I want to tie it all together.
All right. And so that last card there, the reverse Two of Pentacles, I think this is mostly saying that it throws you off kilter, that maybe there's a little bit of an energy here that might carry on into this week, maybe frustrating you or maybe just making you feel like you have to reposition some things in order to make progress or to get around or get on with this person.
You want to do the Lenormand in it?
No, I can wait.
Okay, I'm going to tie it all in.
Alrighty.
Well, let's slide that up just a little bit there. Am I out of the picture? No.
No.
I think you're the key here. I think you're the Queen of Wands. Or it could be another person. I'm not going to rule that out. But I'm looking at this Queen of Wands in a more positive light here because I feel this card, door number 1, card number 1, and card number 3 really do seem to tie together here, don't they? There seems to be some imbalance or disappointment in a relationship or a friendship right now. You've got the dog here. So this could be, it could be a close family member. Sometimes we consider them, like dear friends, or, we consider friends like family. Goes back and forth. But I think here there is something disappointing. It could have been an argument. It's just something where it's made you maybe, or the other person, close their heart off to you. Somebody here, whether it's you or that other person, has to be the bigger person here, and really use their, I don't want to say their authority, but use their energy. Wands are full of energy. Apply their energy towards reconciling the balances, coming to terms with this. I also had a more mundane thought about these cards. I thought maybe you had bright hopes here of getting together with a friend because I'm looking at that Lenormand and it got canceled. Something happened and it's just not taking place. And so now you feel unbalanced and like, what am I going to do? Am I ever going to see them again? You know, there is hope here that the friendship will be reestablished. With the star here and the dog, the friendship will be reestablished. I just think you guys will have to work out your differences, and one of the two of you will have to be the bigger person. And if it's just about not getting together with somebody you were hoping to, I think you're destined to come together at some point soon in the future.
I like this. I don't think it necessarily refutes anything I said.
No.
There is the idea that maybe the Queen of Wands is you in this.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to think that maybe it just represents strong energies conflicting between
Definitely
people.
strong energies, yeah.
And so I like what Banshee said because I feel like ultimately the test of your friendship is that it's strong enough to get over this kind of scuff. And that's what we see also in the Lenormand, the idea that you feel like there's too much destiny and hope tied up in this friendship, the star and then the dog, so it's really does look like you're going to get over it, for whatever reasons. It's just something that happens in this week or so and things will get better. All right.
Oh, gee, poor Victoria. Victoria, okay, we'll check it out. I thought you were getting together with some people recently, so I'm kind of sad to hear that. Let's see what's going on in your world with people. Why have they all turned away? Well, I got to get a deck on this. As a matter of speaking, I think it's interesting. Sometimes when we're following a path, other people just, you lose them along the way. You do tend to, they tend to pull away. And it's because, are you on the right path or are you on the wrong path? It maybe you're on a path that they aren't meant to traverse with you. Just some thoughts, random thoughts in my head, Ms. V. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh. Well, let's see what this deck has for you. And we're going to throw 3 because I think we need the nuance for this one. Not a yes, no. All right. Well, it's the King of Swords upright. And it basically says, I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. Oops. Got some reversals coming. Oh no. It's the 5 of Swords reversed. And it basically says, I will heal myself. Not. It's a tough card either way, so we'll talk about that. And, the 6 of Cups reversed. I remember and treasure past happiness. Well, that's when it's upright. This is a pretty heavy reading for you. Hang on to your hat. And what do you have?
The stork and the bear. So I think those are nice.
Wow.
Those are really going to pull it out.
I think this is going to give you some interesting nuance here, Ms. V. You know the King of Swords here? People make the decisions they make that they feel are in their best interests, whether they're right or wrong. Including your daughter or family, including your friends. It may not be any reflection on you. It's just something they feel, they need, they have to do. And conversely, if this card is talking about you, I think what it's saying is that you have to do what you've got to do now. You have to make the decisions and the choices that are right for you and not allow others who may not like what you're doing influence you if you feel the path you're on is right for you.
Well, there's a saying, it's lonely at the top, but realistically, it's lonely everywhere. It's lonely at the bottom, it's lonely over there or over there. And so this card only really speaks to the idea that you do have to do what you know is right for you, or what you at least feel is that you are in charge of yourself, and that you're not likely to let someone influence you that is not in your best interest. So having said that, that could be saying, that sets you up for what happens with the Five of Swords reversed.
I'm only going to say this, not knowing you personally, we communicate, and so I don't get this from you from my vibes, but I will say this. Check yourself and make sure you're not too critical of others, you're too pushing your way towards others. I'm just saying that because these are some of the elements here of that Five of Swords. So if I'm looking at this on a personal level, but I think what I'm really going for here when I see this card here, think of what it said here. It said, I will heal myself. And so what it's saying is that, and especially in its reverse position, is some battles, Victoria, you just can't win. You just can't win. And so maybe, like I said, these people are not meant to be on the path you're traversing right now. That doesn't mean they'll never be there, but at least at the present moment, it's best that you walk away from this. It's best that you walk away with your integrity and your dreams and goals, that you want to pursue. Some of this stuff may ultimately have gotten in the way of you doing it, even though some of it pains you that it no longer exists.
So really, when you think about it, that Five of Swords reversed is saying that whatever maybe I said there or what we're talking about, it's inescapable. It is like kind of saying it's a denouement that you cannot escape from, and it is a sense that really you won't win it, but it doesn't say you won't move beyond it.
Right.
And that's what you have to think about.
Yep. And so the final card there, the Six of
Cups reversed.
Some people just may not be looking at their relationship with you or their past with you, in the case of maybe family, the same way you are. They may not be sharing the same happy joy moments. And that doesn't mean they're right. Again, let me reinforce that. That doesn't mean they're right. But that's how they feel. And so, sometimes you can only control your own thoughts, your own actions, your own feelings, not the feelings of others. So it may be giving you at least a hint here of why this is happening. It seems like, it's not something within you so much, it's something within them.
So remember, this card, Banshee read the mantra and it said you had to heal yourself. This card is saying you cannot heal others. They have to heal themselves too. You may be able to maintain some sense of a relationship, a connection between them, but any of that real harder work from their own soul's perspective, they have to do. You can give them pointers, you can try to be helpful, but you can't do the work for them. And you have to decide where you fit into that life and that sense of interactions.
And so ultimately, I think that what's coming towards you with the Lenormand, what's that?
The bear.
Yeah, the bear.
Mama bear.
What? There is empowerment. There is self-empowerment for you blazing a new trail, blazing this trail,
yes,
blazing this path. Maybe it's also saying, if you really are eyeballing a new beginning, a new path, a new trail, that would be empowering to you as well. I think that some new beginning or changes that are coming to you are really going to be very empowering. So don't sweat this stuff. I mean, I don't want to be cavalier here. because, if you're feeling lonely, maybe it's time for you to be empowered enough to establish new friendships, new links, do what you can in your life to bring more new friends to you. They'll be more supportive.
So forget about it.
That's what it looks like. It was I really like the way all the cards just seem to tie
This
together
one fit
here.
pretty well. It really
Even
did.
if it's not the reading you wanted to
I
hear.
know.
So I wish you luck with that.
All right, so our next reading then, you're welcome.
You're very welcome, Miss Victoria. Sorry. All right.
Jennifer asks, will CJ reply back to them today?
Sonny says hi to Toby, by the way.
He's still hoping to have that play date. All right, so I think we should just do this one as a simple yes or no because it's really very timely. Will CJ call Jennifer today?
I think we should do that because that is definitely a yes/no question.
So here we go, and I'm using my Legend Arthurian Tarot deck. I like this deck. I
Look at
believe
you.
Violet has a copy too. You've mentioned it, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, look at him. He's so
He's
cute when he does
crazy.
that.
He's my crazy boy. Yes, you are.
You're
We
back.
are on Jennifer right now.
All right, so we were going to count them off. We're doing the yes or
All
no.
right, go for it. Those are easy to tell, right? Yes, they are. All right. Get away from my computer. Yeah, no better. Me and Sonny are wrestling. Yes, I got you now.
We have
Ah,
2 aces.
silly.
So that
boy.
means, Jennifer, that it's leaning towards yes. It is not an absolute positive yes. However, here's the Hierophant who is upright. So if CJ is normally an orderly kind of person, somebody who kind of, works from a strong sense of, protocol or an order of some sort, then it may tip that to yes, but we do see it as leaning towards yes. I see it.
It's leaning towards yes. I don't know if you have been in contact with them, recently. And if you're just hoping that things are developing and maybe, they're going to give you a call again this week.
And it's
or
a
get in
reply, so
touch.
that may be a call or maybe a text or email or something.
I see. Yeah. It's definitely leaning towards yes. I think the Hierophant is saying, too, that maybe it might be for a more mundane reason than you like. I don't know, like for example, business that needs to be addressed, or maybe if you are going to meet them somewhere, it's to set or to make plans for something. It could be something like that. It seems like it's a very kind of a mundane reason for the call, or maybe it's just like a routine check in call, just seeing how you're doing. I mean, I think it's highly possible that could happen.
All right.
Oh, did I not get the letter mark
You
on
did
that?
not
Let's
do
see.
the letter
That will
mark.
definitely give us some more nuance here. Yes. I am sorry.
It's okay.
I'm apologizing to Jennifer. Look at that.
My baby wrote me a letter. Hey, and you said a reply.
What?
You said a reply, so there's the letter. Let's see what qualifies it. Uh-oh. No. I knew it. With that kind of face, I knew it. Oh, I don't know what to tell you, Jennifer, but we got the coffin in Lenormand next to the letter.
So I don't know if this means that they're.
It's
I
a
think.
Dear John letter.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they're going to say they're not interested anymore or something is coming to an ending or you're going to find out about in this letter. If it's not about you, could it be about something else? Like, for example, I'm just going to throw this out there. Is this person going through a breakup right now? Maybe they would tell, or are they with someone right now? And maybe this letter's telling you they're breaking up with them. So this doesn't necessarily have to mean the end of communications with you. It could be, but I'm going to throw out other options as well.
I didn't want to assume, Jennifer, that this was maybe a more romantic or possibly, more of an emotional relationship. But sometimes the Hierophant kind of suggests the idea of maybe a marriage or maybe some sort of coupling. Not necessarily, but it could be in there. And of course, the ideas that Banshee just mentioned about, maybe this communication maybe tells you that there's something ending that is either the relationship you have or the relationship they have with another. So there is a sense of that being a possibility of what it's about.
I can't add anything. I wish you luck with that. Wow.
Good luck.
Good luck.
It was leaning toward yes, though. So
Yes.
these may be just factors about why it could happen or what it could be about.
It could go either way here with good news, bad news.
All right, so
I wish you luck with that.
we are now on Preethi,
Preethi is up. Hi, Preethi.
asking what is coming towards me.
That's for you.
And we have a lot of content on our other pages besides YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Blue Ski, the X, and the Threads. So in all those cases, you can usually find us as TFT Tarot for Today, just like we are here. Occasionally there might be an underscore or the number 4 instead of the word for. So play around with it and support us on our other medium.
I think you might want to put the Find Us in black print. It's too faded on that one.
I could change the font so it's a thicker font.
Well, maybe.
And that might help.
Might be clunkier though. I think the black print is better because you have Donate in black print. Those two in black and the stream schedule in white. I like the stream schedule in white. That looks good because of where it's at.
Okay then.
Banshee has spoken.
So like
Yay.
that?
Isn't that better? Yeah, I like it.
You're right. You're always right.
My journalism background. All right.
That's enough of you.
Hey,
No, I'm teasing.
if I want people to notice and pay attention to something, I want them to be able to read it. And, where that was on the page, it just wasn't that readable. Sorry. All right. Don't get all blah blah. You're doing great. You're
Blah,
doing
blah.
fantastic. All right. So what is this question again?
Does that
What's
mean I
coming
get a
towards me?
reward?
I think this is my reading. What's coming towards me? What's coming towards you, Preethi, is the King of Pentacles.
Nice.
So I don't know if this is saying what's coming towards you is it's time to get organized. It's time to work on organization and put some things in order. It could be financial matters. It could be just material matters. Spring is a good time to do some house cleaning or some purging of stuff. It's time for people to garden. It's time, there's a little bit of that in that card too because, of course, earth, it's an earth element. And I think the king is here saying this is a time maybe to start setting some long-term strategies or goals for yourself?
I think it's about what's coming towards you is about a sense of, getting some control back in your life, or maybe setting up some ideas about what you wish to do. Springtime is a lot of time for people to sort of envision and begin projects, maybe projects around their home or other kinds of projects. So, yeah, this is what's coming towards you is a sense of, in a way, it's a sense of action, but it's maybe more about planning and organizing.
All right. Why is that important? Well, it's the Knight of Wands upright. Because you got to prepare the ground for new things. New things that may be coming your way, or real goals and things that you want to work on. Sometimes when we're in an environment where there's a lot of clutter and a lot of disorganization, it's hard to really move forward from there. You feel stuck. And so this is a time to shake up the energy and move forward with your life, progress. Use your energy and drive to motivate yourself to get more organized, to what was the thing you focused on? It wasn't just organized, right? Control. Get more control over the things or situations in your life and move forward.
Getting more control, or organization, whatever that is, sense of security around you, means really pushing yourself a little bit. Like you sort of have to really be a proponent of that. So it's about really being assertive to some degree and finding where your courage, your charisma, your strength reservoir is.
It's 322 here. It's okay.
So finally, where
are things headed?
is it headed?
And it's a reversed card, of course. And it's another king.
Wow, all court cards.
Yeah.
So it's the reversed King of Wands. Where is it headed? Well, it may be headed to the idea that you may have a sense that you felt you bit off a little more than you could chew, that maybe you weren't totally as prepared in some levels there. There may be a sense too that maybe you'll want to feel like you have to conserve energy in this, because a lot of energy was being called for with that. So you may feel like you have to meter that to some degree. You may have to decide exactly where you're putting it when.
I feel like you're struggling here with the King of Wands. That there's this whole idea here of getting organized, getting order, getting things together so you can move yourself forward. But yet, it's almost as if these kings are battling with each other here. And sometimes I have to say, sometimes disorder and chaos is a great excuse for not moving forward. So sometimes we do that because either we lack the confidence we need to move forward. Oh my gosh. Why would he have done that?
Well, I think he didn't mean to do it. He meant to jump up here, but he knocked the new computer slightly.
Oh my gosh. You be mindful and don't let that thing fall. You're done if another computer falls.
It was pretty centered on that. He just sort of did that.
Stay here.
But it even startled him.
Stay here. What the heck? Stop being this way. Holy cow.
It's right here. It didn't get hurt. Sonny, be careful. Sonny, you're going to be a sacrifice.
So at any rate, Preeti, back to it. Sometimes we use, we have a lot of, because they're great excuses. Well, I can't do this now. I can't move forward on this now because everything's a mess right now and I can't focus and blah, blah, blah. You got to get it together if you want to pursue some goals and dreams. If you want a job, for example, you want a relationship, for example, don't be making excuses and don't allow the things in your life to get in the way. Get control of them so you can truly move forward on what you need to do. And what you got for the Lenormand?
Indeed. A gentleman. And mice. Victoria, are you still here? Did you bring this? Did you bring this down?
The mice have arrived. No.
The mice have arrived.
So the micey mice are here. And I kind of feel maybe somebody is putting some stress on you. They want you to get some things done and get your life in order or get yourself in order. Or again, I'm feeling here, you are feeling the stress. You're feeling the stress and tension between these two polar opposite kings here. These energies. And so I feel here, you got to remember, the mice are only temporary. You can overcome this. And as a matter of fact, I think that Knight of Wands that's in the center there is your key. You need to move forward now. You need to move forward and pull things together in order to do so. And that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that, Preeti.
And Vinny has joined us, and I'm wondering if maybe we should close the list with Vinny. We only have about a half an hour.
With reservations.
With reservations.
If certain said people come in, I might say yes.
I might disconnect.
I might say yes.
I might disconnect. So when I look at the Lenormand, though, I wanted to say this real quickly. I sort of feel like this is saying that be prepared for some of this to really be annoying, but not necessarily long term. All right.
I wish you luck with that. We're on Siama now, which means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 readings after that. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's not say the list is closed, but if one other person comes in, we'll take them. Okay? And then the list is closed. It'll take us a little in overtime, but not badly.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
So it's me?
Yeah.
All right.
I can be semi-reasonable.
So Siama is up, and Siama asks current feelings for Jobin and next actions.
Okay. Gonna use you next. Yeah. Uh-oh. Dropsy. Okay. Current feelings for Jobin. You're not supposed to be on this computer. Even Mr. O said how dirty my computer gets, and I wonder why. Because your fur, because you carry things on your fur sometimes, and they're getting on my computer. Now you stop it.
All right, so Siama asked current feelings for Jobin.
Yes.
And I have a first card of the Chariot.
Don't bite that. Don't bite that so hard. You're gonna hurt your teeth.
My next card is the Three of Cups upright.
What was the first card?
The Chariot upright.
Okay, Three of Cups, Chariot.
And then the Page of Swords upright. And these are all more or less pretty positive cards,
that
especially
is pretty positive
especially if you're
cards.
asking
Let's
about a
throw
relationship.
this out there too right now. This was the first one.
The letter
Second one.
and the book.
Okay, and I've already Chariot. Chariot and the Three of Cups, and what's that? The Page of Swords. Wow, it is an interesting reading. It's mostly positive, but I could look at some other aspects here, because this is about Jobin's current feelings and next
And actions,
Right. So what could it be? I mean, could it be towards you, that they are moving towards you? Or are they moving towards socializing more? Are they moving towards getting out and socializing with others more? See, sometimes we get positive cards, but depending on the way the question's worded and what's going on here, their feelings might be right now, they have no bad feelings towards you, but they might be moving towards getting a little bit more social, getting a little bit more out
That's
there.
a good point, because the Page of Swords, pages could be male or female. They're young people who are graceful, diplomatic, a dancer type even. So this could be saying that maybe there is thoughts about something like that, a person like that. It could also just be talking about an energy of maybe wanting to be approachable, be diplomatic in some respects.
And especially if there's been no contact. Now, if you are in contact with each other's, to some extent, I feel here that maybe, there could be a move towards you getting together for a happy occasion. Whether you're going to somebody's celebration, a birthday party, or a wedding, or something like that. And that, there's going to be a message coming to you inviting you. I can't rule that out, but I can't necessarily say that it's not the other thing I just mentioned either. So, with that in mind, let's look at the book, though, and the Lenormand. With the book and the Lenormand, I'm the letter in the Lenormand, I think it's saying here, you're going to find something out through a letter, whether it's coming, or a message, whether it's coming from Jobin, or whether it's coming from somebody else about Jobin.
Yeah, I can't really add it much to that too. That clearly says that a communication of some sort will give you information that you're probably looking for that you need to have.
You're leaning on this and it's moving.
All right.
All right. That's what we have for you. So it gives you a couple things to think about there.
Siama.
Good luck with that.
All right.
We're
And
on Aries. Why did Ethan ignore my question about him giving me his phone number? Did you ask for his phone number? Is that it? If you're still here, Aries? Then he didn't give it to you? Is that what's going on here?
well, I guess you're welcome, Siama. I guess
Well, let's see
our.
what we get. We might get some clue through the cards.
I'll take.
Oh, Sonny took up all my space, and now I'm in danger of... I just gotta do that for now. Oh!
Boy, are you gonna owe me.
What for? I think you should take me out for Buddy's Pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Buddy's Pizza. Now, there's a name I haven't heard of in a long time. May the
Oh,
fourth.
since the last time I bought a frozen one?
May the fourth be with you.
Oh, so funny.
Obi-Wan Kenobi said that. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Buddy's Pizza.
Got it. But it's the 5th today, so you're a day late on that
It's
one.
Cinco de Mayo. You
It's
really
Cinco de-
want to go
you
to
know,
Buddy's on Cinco de Mayo?
I feel so bad because I had some special Cinco de Mayo readings I should have rolled out. I should have. I made them a year ago, and I really like them. I like them. I should have rolled them out. Maybe I'll somehow put them on our website and offer them up for cost this month. They'll be cheap. They're 3-card readings, so they'll be cheap. I think for the most part they are. I'll have to look at them. All right. Move you back now. You're safe. Okay. Well, let's see, Aries, what we have about this situation with Ethan. We have the sun upright, and look, a bluebird's on the card. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. That's the sun. But what's next? The King of Fire, or Wands, is reversed. And what's next? Holy cannoli. It's the Ten of Cups upright. What does it say on that card? Can you read it or?
Prairie dog. It's a time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children.
Well, this is going to be an interesting reading. Why don't you throw
Reveal.
those out there?
Now, this is more like it.
Uh-oh.
The Sith
What?
and the Rider.
So why are you thinking that's more like it?
I don't know. I just had to say that.
He's so bad.
I am.
Well, I don't know what to say here. I think that if Ethan ignored your request for his phone number, okay, it may be that he is focusing on his own success right now with the sun here upright, and that he's kind of a cad. He's kind of a, I don't want to say, because I know you've met some very bad people, and you probably are very interested in this one, Aries the Aries. But I think he's got a little ego thing going on here, and he's being very self-oriented right now. And, he may not realize he hurt you.
I like what Banshee said. I sort of think like maybe, since we don't really know if you got the number or not, but there was just this interaction about that, So I'm almost wondering if, this was about his sort of snobbery sense, like you have to work for getting his attention, his thing. But I'm going to jump ahead here because I sort of feel the Ten of Cups maybe suggests to me that maybe he has family that's more important to him. And whether that implies other relationships, I'm not really sure. But maybe this is saying he is focusing on family now or family concerns. Does that imply that maybe he has a relationship? I'm not really sure.
Right. Is he planning a happily ever after with someone else? I mean, that thought crossed my mind with what I was feeling here. But it could also be that, how did I want to say this? He fears marriage right now. He doesn't want to become attached. He doesn't want to be, come attached at the moment. Even though that's a happy joy card. He has nothing against marriage, but he's focusing on his own success.
In the context
right now.
of the question, the other cards, yeah.
And I feel here with the Rider and the Psych. So you said something about he doesn't interest anymore, but I just wanted more clarity. Either he doesn't
I
realize
see.
it
So
or he
you've actually
doesn't
known
care.
him for a while.
Right. He may not care. And I think here he may cut off communication with you. With the Psych pointing toward, it's really pointing towards the Rider, isn't it?
Right, it makes that curvature.
So it's almost as if he's cutting ties moving towards you. I don't know.
Right, in context to me, what this could be saying is that by not giving you the phone number or being this way, he is preventing your moving towards him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point too.
And because maybe he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, or the kind of relationship that maybe he feels you are bringing.
With some of these positive cards here, I'm not so sure it's that he didn't want to necessarily pursue a relationship. He just doesn't want to be in anything serious right now.
I would say that looks true. He has these other focuses.
I think he has another focus. And whether it's on another person, which I can't rule out because of that Ten of Cups, or it's because of, some other success he's striving for in life right now, that's where his focus is.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if he's a Scorpio, then he's probably hiding his other relationship. Whoa.
Oh, man.
I don't know if that really means that, but it sort of suggests that maybe either there is a focus towards a relationship or family he has, or that it pales compared to those other cards over there. I think that's what it was saying.
Yeah, I think you gotta let this one go.
Well,
it might be best.
I have an astrologer friend who says that a Scorpio is an impatient Capricorn, and a Capricorn is a patient Scorpio. So take that for what it's worth.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
They're more of an astrologer than me and her, so I think they're coming from their own angle. And they're a Capricorn too, by the way.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes it helps to know. Okay, so it was Shreya.
Well,
Spirit advice
take
for me.
care, Mary. And Shreya said what?
I was trying to say
I know, Spirit.
advice for me. I'm feeling stuck and blocked for some days.
Okay, let's do my reading on that.
All right, so that's my
Your
cards,
deck.
right? And ooh, my last unused deck today. It's the Horror Tarot, not Todd Alcott's Horror Tarot, which I like a lot too, but it's the sort of semi-whimsical one. I don't remember who does it. It's a little dark. No, I get that. I'm sure you should, you know. You've always represented that in a way, Ari.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people shouldn't take people for
You're welcome.
granted. And that's a red flag to me. If you feel you're being
point.
taken for granted in particular, that's like
Well, many years ago, we used to have an occasional friend of ours who would double date with us if they had a casual, person with them. But then there were times where like we would never see them, and it was because the relationship had gotten really intense, and so now they forgot about us, their friends. They were just into this relationship.
You know
Maybe
what I've
that's fair.
noticed?
What?
For whatever reason, I'm not that far behind you, like I am oftentimes.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty close. So
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I can tell. All right. So here's Shreya's reading. Once again, spirit advice, feeling stuck or blocked. And the first one is the reversed Nine of Swords.
So you feel blocked, okay, but that's reversed. We'll get to that. Or you're laying them all out even though it's my reading, but go ahead.
Oh,
do it.
okay. Let's
Do
do
it.
it that way.
Let's do it.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you're feeling blocked, so spirit message for you is to not allow things to overwhelm you. It's possible here you've allowed some self-doubt, some fears, or even some depression and anxiety to overwhelm you and cloud you, and that is probably what's blocking you. Spirit is saying, sometimes we are our own worst enemies here, and we hold ourselves back through unfounded fears and stuff. Spirit wants you to break free from the cycle of fear or self-doubt or anxieties, because they're up here, they're not real.
Maybe spirit could also be saying too that some of these anxieties are not really yours to feel, that maybe you are over empathizing or commiserating with other people. Maybe you have to understand that sometimes other people's anxiety or pain or fears is not necessarily yours unless there is a true reason for that. And so maybe it's better for you to kind of keep some sense of a shield around you.
Why is that important?
And it's the Hierophant, the upright Hierophant.
Okay, you need maybe a routine, okay? Establishing a certain routine for yourself so that you busy yourself in some manner, working on a goal, working on projects or hobbies or something joyful. Try to time things out during your day where you're going to do some things that may put you in a better frame of mind. If we just sit back and be blocked all the time, then we're stuck with our thoughts. These thoughts that aren't necessarily very healthy ones. And so if you busy yourself, you start establishing a routine the energy will start to flow differently in your life.
Shreya, the Hierophant in this position to me also suggests that there's more structure needed in your life, or that a way for you to deal with those anxieties is by trying to find more structure. But I think this could also be saying too that maybe there's something for you in a sense of studies that maybe are either religious or esoteric, or something that brings you a sense of cultural views about yourself or your own topics, and that you should maybe occupy yourself with those kind of teachings too, or those kind of sense of trying to be formal in that regard. So where will this lead to?
Where will this lead?
It's the reversed Four of Wands. And like the Sun, it's never a totally negative card.
No.
It may be indicating that there's also things you need to do maybe around your own foundation. This is sort of implied with the Hierophant in a way, but maybe this is talking about either a set of more specific mundane things, like maybe there's something you can do to beautify your home or to work on projects around your home. But there's also maybe a more abstract or theoretical idea too about you using time to study more, which I sort of alluded to with that too. The idea of broadening your mind, shoring up, philosophies or other kinds of teachings in your mind.
I think what this is saying right now, considering what I've already told you, Shreya, is that, sometimes the Four of Wands could be about the home life and different things, as Mr. Rose said, and we'll get to that again in a moment, I think. But I think what I want to say is that the Four of Wands indicates that maybe, there's no bells and whistles or excitement going on in your life right now, and that might be contributing to your feeling of malaise here. But this is saying to appreciate the simpler things in life right now. Take life slow. Enjoy simple pleasures in life, which is why I said, even establishing a routine in your life right now could be very helpful. And that's very much in line with what Mr. O said in the Hierophant card here, which is all about a little bit more order in your life. And I think here, it will discipline your mind too. It will discipline you a little bit, even if it's fun, because you're doing something at certain times and you're able to, flow with that. And I think it's going to shift the energy for you. And enjoy the simple things in life. Don't look for major excitement at this time. And here, let's toss these out there. This was the first one.
Bam.
Yeah.
It's the home
But
again.
I have a different take on what I'm seeing here. I don't know if you want me to go first.
Go ahead.
Well,
and the whip.
The whip. And so the whip could be a very, very aggressive card here. But for some reason, I'm going out with what my gut just told me when I pulled those. And it's basically this. The whip might be saying right now, you're feeling vulnerable. Obviously, you've expressed this in some ways. I think you feel very vulnerable and you don't feel very comfortable or safe and secure right now in maybe doing anything, So I think here, like I said, live simply right now. Enjoy simple pleasures. Don't do things that are too far outside of your comfort zone if you're not feeling comfortable right now, okay? But establish a routine for yourself and get yourself moving again. Get the juices flowing again. You can do it.
All right.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I think it is really about what Banshee was saying and what I said too, that there probably needs to be something more about your home life or something that connects you to that sense of that you should focus on at this time. And that if there is really some truly anxiousness going on around you that we said, but you didn't say, but we sort of felt that might be there, then you need to work more quickly on that you need to sort of tackle it very directly. It's not because it's a danger, but it's because you just really need to divert your attention to something that can be more productive, really.
All right, I think I can agree with the two of you that the list is closed now. It's 3:50, and
Hi, Flo.
we're gonna get Flo right now.
We're doing your reading now.
Yep, and then Viddy, and then Violet, and we'll be done.
Alrighty.
I gave people plenty of time to come in if they were still out there, but we're closing the list now. Okay.
And I don't have those things yet in my list, so I'll just pin the chat.
Did I use this deck last time?
Which one is it?
It's the tarot of at the end of the rainbow.
I don't remember. I don't think
remember
you
if
did.
I brought it out now to use or not. I may have.
I don't
I'll
think
use
you've
it
used
again.
it. I don't think you've used it. So, okay.
I think I did bring it out for Flo, so we'll use it. Here is the Lenormand. Okay, Flo's reading is, I would like to know, what does stuff feel for me? All right, let's see what we can find here. I was just kidding you about Buddy's Pizza.
Well, if it's not super crowded, we could do it. Right?
Well, maybe. It is dinner time. It's hard to
And it's
say.
Cinco de Mayo, and so you never
Yeah,
know.
that's right. Good point. Well, it's not a Mexican restaurant.
True.
Oh, maybe I should just get you to get tacos at Taco Bell for Cinco de Mayo.
I'll get more than that. Indigestion.
All right. Let's see what we have. Oh. Well, look what I'm starting with. The Wheel of Fortune, upright.
I would like to know, what does stuff feel for me?
The Chariot, upright. Two major arcana, upright.
Okay.
And of course no, we gotta have a reversed card. It's the Ace of Wands reversed. I don't want to upset you, Flo, but I always consider that the thumbs down of the universe when it's reversed. But let's talk about it. We will. What do you got? Uh-oh.
The key.
Yeah.
The heart.
Wow. So I don't know if you are in touch with stuff. If this is a new relationship, for example, that's just starting, a new friendship, whatever the case may be. So if I operated under that case and you're wondering what they really feel about you, I think that they feel you might be very good for them. You might be changing their life or changing their luck in some way. You know, I almost feel like they feel
It's a new cycle. It's sort of like new.
this could be something new for them. And they're interested. If, you know, you've got the Chariot here. There's a drive and a motivation going on. Now, if this relationship isn't happening right now or there's problems, do let us know, because I might have to take a different spin on this a little bit. However, there seems to be something holding them back from moving this relationship forward right now. It may be only temporary, I'm not sure. But there's definitely some delays and difficulties in wanting to get something off the ground here.
The Chariot is, in fact, about motion and drive. And so maybe this says that there is a sense of a pursuit or a sense of moving towards a goal. but maybe there's something that could stall it, or maybe there's something that sort of checks it a little bit. So sometimes wands stand in for courage or confidence or belief in oneself. So maybe it could say they need more confidence in this situation. But that first card really, the Wheel of Fortune maybe says there's some sense about moving forward on a new cycle, a new adventure, or something they want to do. They have a good feeling about something is being new, something is turning, they've turned a corner, whatever it is.
Their feelings, their heart is the key here. How they feel about you. I feel there is some love here. There is some feelings for you here. And or I would just say this, how they totally, decide whether they're going to finally get this thing off the ground is going to impinge on what their heart tells them to do, And so I think there's some hope here. But now, if you are not communicating, let's say you're broken up because I don't know your situation, I would say this. I would say that right now they're looking at, they're thinking the cycle is high for them to move towards to move towards whatever's blocking them in their lives, to move forward towards whatever's blocking them. I almost think that this would mean that they're not thinking about you right now, and they're moving on some objective and trying to get some, trying to figure out why something they were trying to accomplish or go for it has not worked out. And it was something they were very passionate about too, with that heart in the key there.
I think that's good.
I'm just throwing that out because we're not sure of what your circumstances are. So whatever resonates.
They see each other.
All right. I think there's hope here. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like things might just be a struggle or slow to get to that point of really going deeper, maybe going deeper, starting a new beginning, a new, how do I want to say this? A new cycle in this relationship. Understanding
the love or care or emotional bond is the key for this moving somewhere else, if that's what is desired.
You have some powerful cards here, so I do wish you luck. That ace is there, but it's the only one that's in reverse, and so I really feel here that the odds are good for something successful to be happening here in this relationship. And that ultimately there will be moves forward because I believe Steph is motivated to do so.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
All right, good luck.
Hope it works out for you.
And we're now on Viddy.
Hi, Viddy.
Hi, Viddy. And that's a nice question.
Thanks for waiting for the reading, Chloe. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for waiting. Okay, so I guess I'm going to go back to my original deck, which was the Barbieri. I like it. You're welcome, Flo. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Okay.
Thank you.
See the deck I have out for you, Violet Lotus.
And we are hitting overtime.
We just hit it. Well, not quite. Mine says 3:59.
That's what mine says, so that's why I said we're hitting it.
Look at how well we did. How many readings? We are lower on readings.
13 or 14.
We did have a birthday reading. That kind of took away from things. Time. Well, yeah, we're a little down with readings today. So if any of you know anybody who's interested in tarot readings, send them to our site. Send them to our YouTube channel. We're always looking for more subscribers.
Is that your reading?
Oh.
What area of their life do they need to work on?
Yes, let's do it. That should be my reading.
So what area of their life do you need to work on? And the first card is the Fool.
All right. Well, just give me a minute. I want to throw these out.
So.
Oh, you can go ahead. Yeah.
understanding cycles, maybe, or being able to take advantage of opportunities that maybe are not always expected. So some of that implies a certain level of awareness, I think. And how does one do that? Hard to say. Some of that is about keeping current with areas you're interested in. I know you're a student as well as trying to break into the fashion industry. So some of that is really about understanding those cycles too, that maybe some things have a cycle. There's fashion week, there's different times where things are more in the focus. And maybe this is saying understanding the cycles. And not just that, but maybe other cycles too about your own life, understanding flow in your life in terms of meeting bills or obligations.
I think here it's interesting with the Fool. The Fool, of course, is about taking chances, risks, and gambles. That's a lot of what we talk about here is letting the universe catch you if you fall. If you falter, but you should take a chance on something. I think what this is saying is what you should be focusing on in your life right now, though, is maybe taking a chance and a risk on pursuing your goals, pursuing your dreams, pursuing a dream. Maybe you don't feel like the time is right, or maybe you're hesitating because you're worried about making missteps. This could also be about romantic escapades as well. I can't rule that out here, Vidi, that it's saying that, you should pursue romance in your life right now and take a chance on something or someone, opening your heart to love. So I think these things, goal-oriented, passion, and not allowing fears to stop you from pursuing this.
So why is this important? It's the reversed Page of Cups.
Okay, why is that important? Because maybe you've been feeling feeling uninspired recently. You've been feeling scattered with your thoughts. You're not, you're asking the question, what area needs to be worked on. So I feel here that that's it. You need to focus on your goals. You need to be inspired by your goals. You need to be working on things that really are worth that you want to pursue, and not let your imagination run away with you. I think here this is the thing too. Maybe there's lots of things you would want to do, but there are some things that are more practical and doable than others. But that doesn't mean that there are no risks attached to them either way. You just got to do it. You just got to do it.
Any of the pages can possibly have aspects of the Fool because there's that whole fresh look at the circumstances there. So why is it important? It is important because you may be really overwhelmed with some of the possibilities here, or how it makes you feel, the emotional sense of that too. But it could also be saying too that it's important that maybe it might ground you in certain ways. And is that something you want? You're dealing with your imagination in terms of being a creative person, and maybe something about this could actually ground you, that could be helpful, but could also blunt some of the edge of your creativity.
And I mentioned romance in the first card as a possibility too. So why is this important with the Page of, in a romantic sense, with the Page of Cups reversed, is because maybe you've had some disappointments in love and romance, and Spirit wants you to work on that. Don't let the disappointment stop you from opening your heart again to love in your life. And
So
where is this heading?
where is this headed? And it's the Empress, upright.
Nice.
And this particular Empress has very much a sterner aspects rather than the Earth Mother. She looks more like
Wow.
Athena in a way.
She's still my mama,
Yeah.
my Earth mama.
Well, it's okay then. So where it's leading to, I suppose, is the sense of really that this would enhance creativity, that this would really be a part of you finding many ways to be productive. So I'm not sure if that's answering the question really.
Oh, I think it is. It's what
Okay.
you have to work on. And I said, really, you need to, maybe you need to pursue your goals or dreams, whether they're in love or whether they're in another area. And so there is like I said, I do sense a little bit of romance in some of these cards.
I
So
think so.
I can't rule that out. That's why I brought that up. So opening your heart to love again. If you've been disappointed in the past, this is a time to pursue your dreams there. If this is about career pursuits and maybe or hobbies or other projects that you have put on the back burner, this is what they want you to do right now, and to get your head out of the clouds and start working on them. And finally, here with the Empress, why should you do it? Where is this heading? Because it'll make you feel more alive. It'll make things spring to life again in your life. Whether it is inviting love back into your life or whether it is doing something tangible, even if you don't achieve your goal, to be working on it and doing something tangible. That's what you need right now. I hope it's not vague enough and you understand that. So I wish you luck with that, Vidi. Good luck.
What about the Lenormand?
Oh, whoopsie. I didn't even look at them yet.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Mice.
I love it. It's perfect.
Mice. And oh yeah. Nice.
So you got the clouds.
Nice mice.
The clouds are kind of a neutral to negative card, but you've got the light clouds facing those nasty little mice. And so I think here what it's saying here is I think soon you'll be achieving more clarity on this. If you have been confused and you have been stressed out that you feel something's missing in your life, I think clarity is coming. Clarity is coming. Maybe through this reading, maybe through you processing this reading and determining what this means for you.
In asking this reading, maybe this suggests that you thought you were not focusing on the things you should have been, but you are, and that's what's going to move your other concerns to maybe more of an annoyance that will pass. So that's what we have for you, Vidi.
Okay, so you want a message from the Star family because you haven't been connected with them, Violet. Good luck with that, Vidi.
Good luck,
Check
Vidi.
that out. I like that. That'll be my reading again for this one. Well, I think I want to lay the cards out and decide if it's my reading because maybe they have more than one message for Violet. Let me see.
Okay.
Here's the Lenormand for you. Yeah, I haven't switched up my decks yet, but I think this one will stay around a while longer. I'm going to be moving some other decks around. You got the Knight of Swords upright.
A nice one.
Got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Such a beautiful card, too. The World upright.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I love that. Lenormand?
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay, right? And that Nine of Pentacles reversed is not bad. So, in my opinion. But hey, It's not always everything's perfect.
The ship,
Uh-huh.
the snake.
Ooh.
Everything is not perfect.
Well, let's think about this now. What messages do they have for you with that's the Knight of Swords, right?
Yes.
Knight of Swords upright. It's like they do have messages for you. I think incoming. Maybe you haven't
Incoming.
connected, but maybe it's time to do so. Maybe one of the messages is, hey, it's time to get back in touch, you know? So give them some of your time of day, all right? You're going to have to do that at some point here, I feel. I feel that something's on the move, some energies are shifting, and it is time for you to connect. They have some advice, they have some information for you that might be useful. Message number 2, because I'm not sure these are related. Maybe 2 and 3 are related, but I'm not really sure. Message number 2 to me is that 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles reverse seems to indicate to me that right now they realize that you're not in, that you're not in the most comfortable place right now. They get it. They get it. They see it. They know that maybe you want and desire more, but they also want you to evaluate. Do you really need more at this time? Would it make things more complicated for you? Sometimes this card is double-edged reverse, meaning that, sometimes people don't realize when they have it good, okay? And so that might be the message here is maybe be careful to be asking for more at this time, because are you really ready for that? And that might tie into the next card a little bit with what I'm going to say there.
Well,
I'll let you go with the 2.
I'm sort of seeing the synthesis
are
between the
you?
2 cards and saying that are you satisfied or are you ready to go for more? They may want you to evaluate whether or not you really need to go for more at this point, because I think that ties into what the Lenormand says. I'm not going there yet.
Maybe. I think with the world upright is that they realize that you are in that right now you still are completing a cycle. Maybe you may not see it. Maybe you think you're done with something, but they still feel that you are completing. You are at the finish line, but you're finishing and being ready to make that move forward. But there may be still some things, I think also with this card, they want you now to take a look at what you've been going through. They want you to take a look at what you've been going through in your life up to now and processing that. Because in order to achieve closure, we need to understand the joys, the heartaches, the blessings we've received along the way, the insights, the elevations that we have been taking along the way, and what they've taken out of us and what they've given to us. They want you to do some processing.
Right, and I'm ready to move on to the Lenormand then.
Before you move forward. And yes, move to the Lenormand.
And I'm wondering if they're saying that in this journey, you have to be, a little bit wary about what are the things you can trust or not. That there are still going to be factors or things that they want you to judge for yourself. And this is not like there's necessarily a wrong answer or a better answer. It's really about maybe this idea about you getting to understand how you evaluate things and how you'll put that into work with your other parts of your mission. Hello there.
Well, hey, look who's here for you, Violet. Hi,
Aw,
Shadow.
You're beautiful.
You came at the right time. Yes, you did.
You're beautiful.
Aw. Hi, little girl.
Hello there. Hello there, my little girl.
Not so little girl, really.
She's a big old honking monster.
With the Lenormand, there is that betrayal, deception. I guess this is saying, Make sure the moves you're making moving forward aren't betraying your best interests here.
Ooh.
Okay? That would be the message from them, I think. And it may tie into this card where I was saying
Yeah.
sometimes you need to be here now and be satisfied with that before you move forward to something bigger. I don't know. That's what I see there. That's what we have.
So
for you.
evaluating where you are on the journey is
Yes.
sort of like always going to be there a little bit. You're going to always want to look at and diary or journal that, and then study that, and whether you do it physically or not.
Oh, I think she does. I think, it's just that, you're ready to make a move forward, a step, but be sure you're ready for it, and that you shouldn't stay where you are just a little bit longer. Because there may be some loose ends still that need to be tidied up, or there may be some more knowledge and wisdom to be had in your present experiences. So, that's what I see. Okay, that's what we have for you. Wow, nice read. Nice cards, huh? For the most part there. Darn snake. Okay, hey everybody. Thanks for joining us today. It was a little shorter show. We got everybody in. We took some time with some of the readings, and we're okay. We went 20 minutes over time. It's a little longer than I thought.
That happens.
We'll make do. We make do. And thank you for hanging with us, Violet. And hey, we will see you soon. We have we'll get it more together as time goes on with getting back up to snuff with our screens and with our shows. And you guys all have a great week ahead.
Thank you, everybody.
And a nice rest of your day. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. You mean
everything?
reviewing?
Yeah, everything. I agree with you.
I'm using a system to run the cameras.
It could be your I was just kidding about buddies because I forgot about your Beltane, and you should go to that if you want to go.
I don't really want to go to it.
I do not want to give you a reason not to. Don't blame me.